Alright, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. The reason why I only have 4 characters and why they all have apparent active faction changes on, well, 2 faction changes and 2 race changes, is not because I went crazy and deleted all my characters and purchased faction and race changes for the remaining ones. It is because we are currently logged onto the PTR. So today, from 3 to 5, which is incidentally the exact same time slot as my live stream, they're doing an event in Dalaran on the PTR, and we're going to check it out. So basically, they need to stress test their PTR servers for, I don't know, they're tech reasons anyways. They just want a bunch of people online doing crazy stuff within a fairly tight area, which is why they've decided to, for this 2-hour period, make all NPCs and players in Legion Dalaran on the PTR attackable. So we're going to go take a look and check it out. I'm sure there's going to be just like gigantic Nomi hunting parties. I'm logging into my priest at first because I feel like attacking things is going to be more fun in a character that's actually like a DPS character to, you know, attack. But I might, if there's like a lot of PvP going on, maybe I'll try and like find some friends and get on my druid or something. We'll see. So Fozzie and Katie and Ty, how are you guys all doing? I have my sencha tea today. It's not a full pot of tea. I've already had like 1 cup of it, and I was worried that it was going to run out later. And then I realized I work from home. I can just get up and put on another pot of tea. It's probably going to be fine. Oh, man. PTR loading screens, though. I wonder why. Like, I'm pretty sure that I have both. Do I, though? Maybe that's it. I was going to say I'm pretty sure that I have both the WoW PTR and the actual regular WoW game installed on my SSD, because I know I have regular WoW on my SSD because that's what I do with my computer 97% of the time. But I'm not convinced. Oh boy, I'm not convinced about the PTR. So I have Gladius because I did some skirms. I didn't think to set up Omnibar after Bartender gave me like 1 million low errors. Also, that reminds me of a story I should tell. I'm gonna disable that for now. All right, Gladius test 5 should make that go away. So I was going to talk about this in the vlog and I forgot, which is fine because it's kind of embarrassing. But, you know, yesterday during this time slot from 3 to 5, there was that skirmish with the Blues event on the PTR. And I was really excited about that. So I logged on and I got on my druid and I was so excited that I just queued up. And I didn't think about setting my shit up, which I should have. So I get into the arena and I don't have any key bindings. I have a Lua error covering my entire screen approximately every 2.5 seconds. No keybinds, no focus macros, no targeting keybinds. Like, absolutely nothing was set up. It's like trying to walk around and find something in somebody else's house in the dark. But my first match, I queued into Celestalon and Halinka, and because I didn't have anything set up, I lost to them, and that may be the most shameful moment of my life. I really wanted vengeance for that, so I set all my shit up, and I queued for the rest of the 2 hours constantly, nonstop. I, like, had to stay up really late to finish the work that I should have been doing during that time. But I should go to Dalaran, huh? Yeah, I didn't get them again. I queued into Lore a bunch of times. I killed his double arcane mage at least 3 times. But that's not what I wanted. I wanted vengeance and I never got it, so I'm just gonna have to keep training. Oh, you guys like the do I not have a key mount? Where'd it go? The priest mount. I'm gonna make a video. I already have the footage for this. But I'm gonna make a video probably for Monday. Kind of like I did for the druid one, but talking about the priest. What do they call it? Order? I'm looking at pets. I'm dumb. Holy shit. Priest. There we go. I knew it had the word priest in the name. Yeah, this thing. Oh, shoot. Darn. Butts. I'm just gonna put that on bar. I want to ride that around. There we go. So actually, after having gotten it... What button do I keep pressing that is dismounting me? I'm just trying to close my bags, man. After having gotten this, I think I really want it, which is, you know, silly, because of course I was always going to get it. It's not like I was going to not, but look how pretty it is. Yeah, what's up, Durville, and Sun, and James, and Alexander, and Ellipse, and the Cloverman. How are you guys doing? Happy Friday. Alright, so we're going to head to Dalaran and see exactly how crazy things are getting out there. It's only been live for like 5 minutes, so we're going to see. Every week, I tell myself, this week, I'm going to get up early every day, and I'm going to work super hard and make very good use of my time. And then by Friday, I will have finished everything through Monday so that I can actually take a weekend off. And I haven't done that properly since, like, November. It has been a long time since I've been together enough to actually get that done. And I was going to do it this week, and I got kind of close. But I got a late start today, so today I didn't get the Sunday thing done, and I only have half of the Monday thing done. So I got to work a little bit this weekend, but it's not too bad. Maybe next week. Next week's going to be the thing. Do the bird sound again? Yeah, the bird sounds just happen when they happen. You can't just do that on command. Hello, Hazel. Hey, Jesse. I have a guild. That's good. Having guilds is good. Spring break, a week of non-stop wow. Everybody keeps telling me about spring break, and I guess it must be spring break. I've been out of school for so long, I don't really keep track of these things, but I have some friends that are in school, that are no longer in school because of spring break, so maybe I should try and queue with them. The season is ending. Legion season's ending, and my rating is in terrible shape, and I have had just the worst week. Like, the last 7 days worth of queues have all just been god-awful. It's starting to make me doubt myself again, which is never good. I know I'm a perfectly good player, but it's been bad. It's been bad. Even this morning, I got up and I was, like, sitting down with my tea to, like, do some dailies while I had breakfast before I got started with work, and some guy that I used to play with in Warlords hit me up and was like, yeah, do you want a queue? And I'm like, what the hell? Sure, I will take anything. And he was, like, 200 rating below me on Horde, but that was fine. So I log over into Horde, and I just want to queue, and I get in a group, and we pug a guy, and then that guy dies because he's a Shadow Priest, and I don't know, he dies, and then we pug another guy. And then that guy, it was a warlock, and he was just, like, standing still trying to tank Incarn. And I'm not in voice with any of these people, and he died too, and I just none of this felt good. This was not a good start to my day. But there's always next season. Leylight market crash, you're kind of sad. What happened to the Leylight market? Do you think it's because of time walking? Like, typically through the normal WoW... This loading screen, though. Typically through the normal course of WoW, as the expansion progresses, people get a lot of Chaos Crystals, or whatever the crystal is, because raids are disenchanting lots of epics, but people are doing dungeons less, and all the mythic dungeons and whatever, they drop epics and not blues, so you get that drought of blue shards. But time walking specifically drops blues, and you get a lot of people that are, like, trying to farm for the new MoP Timewalking stuff. Maybe they're trying to farm for the Timewalking mount, so they're probably disenchanting a lot of blues. That's probably what it is. Hey Hazel, how are you? I'm good. I'm pretty good, ACT3. Don't be too put off by my complaining, by my, what's the word, negative. There's, like, a really goofy word for just complaining that's sillier and feels better to say. I don't know. Don't be too put off with that, and I'm in a pretty good mid. My problems are such first world problems that it's not even funny. Did you see me in Dalaran? Yeah, last time I was on stream, and you were like, hey, it's me. I saw you. Where is my gnome rogue? My gnome rogue. Is that, how do I say that? Zonghung? Zhonghung Pu? I'm not, my foreign pronunciation's not very good, but, my gnome rogue, you mean the one that I did the baby gnome battleground videos with? I still have it. I still have her. Her name's Ripsy. She's still on my main server in my guild, but I just haven't, oh my goodness. I have not. Alright, so we're loading. Played it. I don't really play rogue much. So the idea is that maybe it's just NPCs. Maybe it's not players. Train of thought. Okay, so my PvP talents are active, which is goofy because I don't PvP. I guess I just have the basic ones. I should put this on a button, Siphoned. Siphoned's good. Let's press that. Sounds good. So I have 10 stacks. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, is they said that during this Dalaran event where everything is attackable, they were gonna do one of the PvP world quest buffs on you, where you have extra damage dealt, your maximum health is reduced, and your healing received is reduced. Okay, so being a healer would not be very much fun, because there's no healing taken, basically. But Earthen Ring Shaman. So that's somebody's companion. So the reason why they're doing this everything is attackable event was to try and stress test their servers, and from what I can see, it's working remarkably well. I am experiencing some pretty serious latency. You can see I just pressed my void form, or my shadow form button. I'm not really shadowy yet. I saw the global cooldown go off. Servers? Are you stressed yet? Like this guy. I wanna fight this guy. We're gonna try and dot him up. Oh, he's got less health now. But he doesn't have any dots in him. I don't think I did that. What about this person? This is a priest. This will be a fair fight. Hello. Did I put the dots? She doesn't have any dots on her. Oh, I cast it that time. Oh no, I got kicked. Oh no, I'm spam casting. I'm not pressing any buttons. boy. Oh, yes, Ellipse. Oh, I got dots in that guy. They finally happened. They haven't done much, though. Alright, well, let's just go for a walk, then. I can do that, right? Where's Ellipse? He greeted me with a hearty hello. Where'd he go? Star Whisper, Snowfit, Packy, Flascator, Axon. I don't know these people. Which realm are you on? This is Anasterian right now. This is one of the PTR realms. How was your weekend? I had a pretty good weekend last weekend, I think. It's almost this weekend. I don't really remember what I did last weekend. I'm pretty sure my husband played Breath of the Wild, like, for, like, 35 hours. Oh, I'm rooted. Oh, I dispersed. Well, I pressed the disperse button. It's a real, gamble to see whether that's going to happen. There it is. I was trying to go bear form. All my instincts are for Rester Druid. Yeah, he played Breath of the Wild for, like, the whole weekend. So I think what did I do? I know I did some PvP. I know I slept in. I think I just slept and did a bunch of PvP. And, like, that was it. It was just a PvP and sleeping weekend. Alright. People are complaining in the chat channels that it's laggy. That's the point. That's why they're doing this, man. I have been dispersed for a long time. Well, we're helping. We're helping them test their servers. Yeah, okay. So for some unknown reason that your guild is not recruiting, we're just not recruiting. That's not... We don't need a reason to be not recruiting. The lag is real? Yeah. Yeah, this isn't... Oh, no, I'm dispersed again. It's fancy. I mean, as much fun as this is, I might just go do time walking. When I do time walking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a group finder group, so anybody that wants to come with me, I can either heal or DPS or whatever we need. I'll give it a couple minutes for people to get in the group, and then we're just going to run a bunch of them. I don't have enough seals for pet, but I want to get at least one of them. I haven't decided which one. Maybe the infinite hatchling. I'm a sucker for dragon babies. Hey Hazel, found your YouTube videos and pet battles. I started playing Legion about 2 weeks ago. Never done pet battles before. Thanks a lot for the vids. No problem. Which server are you playing on? Which server are you playing on? This is Anasterian. It's a PTR server. On live servers, I play on Lightbringer. My horde character is on Thrall. Kill Nomi. I mean, we can go take a look. Let's go take a look for Nomi. Oh, my sound stopped. Downloading the PTR. Want to invite together? No, I'm not going to stay on this for very long. Oh, there he is. Oh, they probably buffed him up. Yeah, they gave him 10 stacks. They knew everybody was gonna be trying to fight him. He's got all the stacks. He's got, like, they probably gave him, like, a lot of health, or maybe he always had a lot of health. I don't know. I never really looked at Nomi's health pool. To be honest with you guys, I don't actually look at most people's health pools. Just because I don't know. I never needed to. I always looked at, like, whenever people are like, "Oh man, I have so much health now." I'm like, you have 100%, because I always look at health pools as percentages. And then I just kind of guesstimate stuff. I never go, I'm healing you for 542,365, which is gonna, help you survive this 726,000 hit. Like, I don't, like, the math just doesn't work out for me. So I'm gonna leave. This is something. This is something going on here. I don't think this is, oh, can I disperse again? Maybe. That's not how I want to spend my whole day. Let's log on to live servers work. Hey Hazel, didn't know you streamed. Took up pet battling because your guide. So thanks. Yeah, no, nice. We stream every Friday on YouTube, and then on days in between Fridays, I like to stream on Twitch. That's usually like a smaller one that's more arena focused. Love your videos. You speak fast. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I died. Well, that's fine. I just wanted to log off. We just want to turn it off. We just want to go home. There we go. Oh, it crashed. All right. Is there a reason why everyone wants to kill Nomi? Yeah, so basically, Nomi gives work orders to try and learn recipes, and it's a random chance to get a recipe from that. Early on in Legion, that random chance was a lot lower than everybody thought it should have been, so, people got real mad at Nomi, because and whenever it fails, he gives you burned food, so people would just give him buckets and buckets of really expensive ingredients trying to get good recipes for their raid food, and Nomi would just hand you back buckets and buckets of burnt ash and just be like, whoops, sorry. So people are pretty pissed at Nomi. It's amazing. Sargeras sent his Nomi Legion to destroy the PTR. Yeah, that was pretty funny. It's a shame that it wasn't a little less laggy, but I'm sure that's kind of what they were after. This lag is just normal. This is just what happens when I log in. I'm gonna turn on some system music. There we go. So, I'm going to make a group. We're gonna do just a bunch of time walking. Basically, an hour and 45 minutes worth of time walking. So dungeons, start a group. More randomly more. How do I, is there, this, no. There's a whole gigantic list. Hang on. I'm gonna find the appropriate. We're just gonna put a custom group, okay? Hi, the title, it's gonna be in custom. The title is gonna be Hi, I'm Hazel. The details is going to be spamming MoP Timewalking with stream viewers. So this is on North American realms. So if you play Alliance on North American realms, you are playing WoW right now, you want to come do some time walking with us, just apply to this group. It's time walking, so it doesn't matter. You can actually be any level. I'm going to put on auto accept, so just the first 4 people. I'm listed as a DPS right now, but I could always switch to healer if we're stuck trying to find one. And we're just going to do a bunch of them because I'm currently sitting on 1,695 badges. If I get 2,200, I can buy 1 pet. If I get 4,400, I can buy 2 pets. And yeah, I want the pets. Yo, what's up, beer cake? Love the sweater. Thank you. Me too. I wasn't sure about it at first, and I've worn it twice now, and I'm actually in love with it now because it's really soft. It's like super, super comfy. Hey, just want to say thanks all the way from England for the TSM guides. You're welcome, Ashley. Thanks for coming by. Weekend live stream and a pizza. Nice. Live stream and a pizza. Yo, Ellipse, is this you? Ellipse, did you make a North American account? Can I add you to my Patreon pet battle giveaway? Because every month I do that battle pet giveaway, and every month I look at your name in my Patreon list, and every month I'm like, damn it, he doesn't have an NA account. If you have one, I am putting you on that list, bro. I'm gonna write down your. Are you on my server? All right, so we have 1 healer, 3 DPS. We're just looking for a tank. If we can't find one, that's fine. We're full on everything except tanks. I will auto queue us in like, I'll give it 2 minutes. Another 2 minutes, so like 3:19ish by this clock. Yeah, so you play Ellipse on Lightbringer. I'm gonna write that down. You were entered whether you like it or not. I actually have pens at my desk now. Pens and paper. I'm so 1995. For anybody that's out of the loop, on my Patreon, there's a $5 a month Patreon tier that gets you entered in a battle pet giveaway. I give away basically 1 pet for every 10 people, so there's a 1 in 10 chance to win, and when somebody wins, I actually like look at their collection and then see what they don't have and then pick something for them and then level it up and then mail it to them if they win. Thumbs up with gnomes. I do appreciate gnomes. Hi, I'm Hazel. Yo, what's up, Skater Bun? If we need, I can swap to my mage from something else. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Hazel joined. Hey, I'm Hazel. I joined. Oh yeah. I mean, I created it. I didn't just join. All right, so we have a tank whose name is Panzer, so we're done now. I'm going to delist. Did I delist? I did. No, I didn't. Delist. We're full. Dungeon, time walking. Join his party. There we go. Gonna do as many of these as I can. I've already done the quest, but make sure you pick up the quest if you haven't done it already. Make sure you pick up the quest in Dal if you didn't already do it. Oceanic is also counted as NA realms, just in case people didn't know. It is. And that's actually the reason why I thought it was really weird in the, the PvP Q&A. They were talking about WoW esports, and they were talking about the global championships of WoW Arena. And they're making, for the qualifier cups, they're making Australia, New Zealand fight against Taiwan and Korea for their slot instead of fighting with NA like they normally do. Which is just bizarre because Asian servers have always had a drastically different PvP meta. It's like a different environment, so it's a little bit weird that they're sticking Australia, New Zealand in with those guys in that stage of the tournament, but whatever. Hi Hazel, how are you today? Hi Danny Darkart, I am doing pretty good. Our roll check is stuck. I don't know who we're waiting on here. I don't know how to redo it. Can I ready check? /ready check. Let's do that. All right. So we're waiting on my line. Oh no, he's ready. All right. I don't know how to redo the roll check. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Roll check. Guys, what do I do? Stuck. Roll check. Don't add me. This is stupid account for you. US stuff for dev. Alright. Shadowpen Monster is the best MoP dungeon IMO. You like Brewery? I'm pretty fond of Brewery. Want to join my guild? No. I have a guild. I like them. I raid with them a lot. So, group member did not respond. Okay, so we're going to try it again. Join as party. So, now we're just waiting on Panzer, the tank. Wasn't me, I swear. Okay. I would think that's because of the latency issue with having to go up against someone from NA. But that's never been an issue for them before. Basically they usually, what they do is they actually send an Australians have their own qualifiers, and then they would send them to the regionals. Like, they would physically fly them out to the LAN event, where they would fight in the North America EU regionals. And granted, I think there was at least 1 year where they weren't able to make it due to visa issues, but it's just, and the other thing is that they, between Korea, Taiwan, and, alright, after this time's out, I'm gonna ask, and if we don't get a response from our tank, then we are going to list, then we're probably just gonna get another one, or maybe just queue. Because we want to get started. Are you on EU? I am not. Not on EU. NA. The tank queuing is tank. Tank's not queuing at all. He's not pressing any buttons. Which is a problem. If he's not back in like another minute, I'll probably remove and then just queue up for a pug tank. You look lovely, by the way, Hazel. Oh, thanks, Gizzle Whistle. Hi, man. There's an auto-accept quest that you give the Pandaran vendor a coin, you get 500 items. Yes, I did that already. Alright, so we're gonna just queue. Leave queue, join his party. There we go. I don't know why I keep queuing his healer and damage. Ellipse has obviously decided to heal. Should I swap to my Demon Hunter tank? It's fine. It's just time walking. We'll get a pretty fast queue. Should be popping in like a minute or so. Is it weird that, like, it feels so weird having MoP be time walking material now. Like, when they first added kata time walking, I was like, man, I did these dungeons when they were new. I remember early kata when everything was just super, super hard. And it was so strange that, they were all of a sudden, like, legacy content. But, I mean, Cataclysm was, like, a long time ago. I was in high school back then, so it's understandable. And then, but MoP wasn't that long ago, right? And then, of course, I look up how long ago MoP was, and I was like, oh, man, MoP actually was quite a while ago. But, oh, man. Those dungeons are actually, I feel like, I mean, they had challenge modes in MoP, but I feel like if they had Mythic Plus, like, with the affixes, and the way they scale up to, you know, like, 10, 15, 20, like a MoP dungeon plus 20 would be crazy. I don't think they're ever going to do anything like that, but, it's just interesting to think about all that content that if they had come up with these systems earlier, we would have been able to do. Because I think Mythic Plus is probably one of the best things that they've added to WoW. It's definitely something that's given a lot of my guildies and my friends something to do, like, during the week. I know a lot of people that are spending a lot of time on Mythic Plus, whereas before they wouldn't necessarily be even playing between raids. Time walking worst ever? That means WoD time walking soon? Aw, man. They said, I think, something about keeping it 2 expansions behind, so I feel like WoD time walking is probably not going to be happening until whatever expansion after Legion releases. I don't know if my gear is optimized for time walking at all. You guys are probably going to kick my butt in damage. Also, I feel like something's missing. Is my sound? Yeah, my sound effects aren't on. Oh gosh, too loud, too loud. I always like playing, if I'm raiding or doing PvP, I like playing with sound effects. I keep them a little bit higher in PvP than I do in raid. Because in PvP, like, there's a specific sound effect, for example, when an enemy player uses a kick. And even though I have Omnibar to, like, track that kind of thing, I still like being able to hear it. And then in PvE, I don't know. There's just, I feel like the, I know a lot of people will play WoW without game sound at all. They'll just turn on their music and be good to go. But I feel like, for example, on Helia in the dungeon, like Dungeon Helia back when that was hard, you know, she yells something. There's a dialogue cue every time she's about to do her, every time she's about to do the big cone attack that kills everybody. I already forget what they're called. I haven't done Mobzils in actually a little while. But she yells something, and that's how I know to start looking for which way I need to start running. Whereas otherwise, I actually have to look for my DBM timer. And I mean, that's something that's perfectly reasonable to do as well, but... Him and his bubble, man. Also, whenever I see Wise Maru, we have a guildie that's named Maru. Or that's his WoW nickname anyways, and I always think this is Wise Maru, which is funny, because Maru... I mean, I'm sure he's very wise, but he's kind of a jokester. I love the Primal Flame Saber. Yeah. I'm really glad that I got that. I wasn't gonna. Usually I have a pretty laid-back attitude as far as farming mounts because, like, I have some nice mounts. I ride them. I enjoy riding them. I don't feel a strong need to get any of the meta achievement mounts. I already have enough mounts that I have, like, the blue Dragonhawk that I wanted, the fancy one. I have, how many mounts do I have? Like 300-ish? I have the 300 achievement mount, I'm pretty sure. And the ones after that, I think there's like a Cloud Serpent, and I already have Cloud Serpents. I don't really need more colors of them. So whenever a mount comes out, instead of like needing to get it, like I feel with pets, I'll look at it and be like, well, that's nice. Would I ride it though? Like, would I replace my whatever mount I've been riding lately with that one? And usually the answer is, I don't know, maybe. So I don't worry too much. That's kind of why I gave up on needing the spider. I was about a little more than halfway over farming the gold for the spider mount. I had like 1.2 mil early in Legion, and hang on just a second. Yeah, so I had the 1.2 mil early in Legion that I was saving it for the spider, but then they came out with the BattleNet token thing, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of Overwatch loot boxes. So I ended up just spending it. I'm pretty glad I did. I don't think I would even ride the spider. Like, any mount that you ride just means you're not riding all the rest of your mounts, man. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could do that to my dudes. Hey Hazel, can you make a video about your bartender setup? I probably won't make a video about the way I specifically have bartender set up because it's very partial to my own equipment. I play WoW using a Razor Orb Weaver. If you Google it, you'll get an idea for what that looks like. And that's the reason between like this grid on the left of 12 buttons corresponds to 02 through 19 in the same physically laid out grid on my Orb Weaver. And in this grid, the 1 through equals is 1 through equals on my mouse. So a player playing without those kind of hardware isn't going to get anything out of this setup. This is very specific to me. And I feel like keybindings are very personal. Like what works for me isn't necessarily going to work for somebody else. I probably won't do that. But the 300 mount achievement is the Cloud Serpent. Oh. Well, then maybe I don't have that. You know what? The mount journal counts both like Horde and Alliance mounts. It counts mounts that you have but you can't use, whereas the achievement only counts mounts that you can use on that specific character. So if we look at collections and we scroll down to mounts, yeah, so I'm only 270 300, so maybe I'll try and get 30 more. I know there's a lot of them that I actually haven't gotten that I probably could get pretty easily. I have not been keeping up with the super hardcore mount grinds lately, but like I said, it's a Cloud Serpent. When am I ever going to ride that? I'm just gonna sell my soul to Halinka and stop sleeping and queue 13 hours of PvP every day, and then one day I'll get a Glad mount and then I'll never ride anything else. That's my life goal. You stumbled across Time Lost Proto on your way to Ulduar transmog farming? Nice! That Time Lost Proto Drake. I have so many, well, I don't have them anymore. I used to have so many friends back in Wrath that would just waste their lives, just like waste away. They would all have that add-on that would like alert you. I think I set it up as well, actually. That add-on that used to alert you, I think it was called NPC scan. And basically it doesn't work anymore, but it would play a sound alert when a rare NPC spawned within range of you. And it would make that blur blur sound whenever like a thing spawned, and there was like another one that would trigger it. And I would just leave it on and then like go take a nap because my computer was in my bedroom back then. And then like the sound would wake me up and I'd be like waking up in a panic. I'd be like, is it the Time Lost Proto Drake? I'd rush to my computer, and of course it's not. And I knew I was not the only one doing that. So that is incredibly good luck. Grats, dude. Sky Golem is kind of useless as a druid. True. You need mounts to make life easier. The Sky Golem, Water Strider, and the rest don't matter. You just stay in travel form all day. Basically, yeah. Anybody that doesn't want to bother with the Sky Golem, if you're at all anywhere close with the toy mount, I don't know how many toys you need to get it. It might be 300. Hang on, collections. I should do some damage. So collections, achievements, toy box. Yeah, so 300 toys, which I'm only 234 of, gets you the mechanized lumber extractor, which is actually another. It's basically another version of the. We were just talking about it. The Sky Reaver. No, not Sky Reaver. Sky Golem. That one. You watch Fat Boss? Sometimes when I went like for the raid guides, but only really at the beginning of the tier. As we're talking about mounts, I'll just brag about the time I got time walking out of my first run. Your first run? Like your very first one? Dude, that's not fair. Spirit of Ekaro is gorgeous, yeah. I've been getting a lot of people asking me about the Spirit of Ekaro, which is odd because it's not exactly like a rare mount. But I guess a lot of people just don't know where it's from. Your mom had that rare mob add-on and it scared you? Yeah. It was loud. I think it like defaulted your sound to being really loud and that was pretty scary. You spent waiting for that sound for 2 months to get Locknahak and Shalzar? Yeah. That was the other thing I used it for, was farming rare hunter pets. I didn't want Locknahak, but I wanted the one in Zul'Darak. It was a I really liked the ghost cats back when I played a hunter all the time. I was into the ghost cat pets. If I ever go back to a hunter, I'll probably do that same thing, but I don't think I would ever go back to a hunter. I think like for the longest time, the first like 6 years probably of my WoW career, I was alt hopping constantly. I was forever making alts and leveling them and switching servers and making alts and leveling them and being, I want to be this and this and this. And if you look at my loading screen, you can see I've got 11 different things. I was notoriously bad for not making up my mind. And ever since the end of MoP and all through Warlords and now all through Legion, I think I finally hit on what I actually want to play. Like I really like raiding on my Shadow Priest and PvPing on my Resto Druid, and I don't want to do anything else. Like it took me 6 years, but I finally figured out what my mains are. And I know it doesn't really count because I have more than one main, but I think it's perfectly reasonable to have a PvE main and a PvP main if you are going to do both. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I should use my my trinket. probably works real good. Oh man. Found your channel, seeing your TSM guides, and I subbed. Great content. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Ian Frost. You got killed by a dot on Storm of the Destroyer. I missed the first part of that, but that sucks. I'm gonna stop. I used to, I think, sorry, let me rephrase this. In my YouTube streams, I used to try my very best to read every single message, and I would do so, but what would happen is I would end up like 15 minutes behind on chat. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm just gonna read the latest message, and if I miss something, I'm sorry, but it should help me be able to keep up with chat a little bit better. And then, not to be too sellouty, but I did just enable a feature. I don't actually know how it works, but YouTube just came out with a feature, and I'm pretty sure it's like bits on Twitch, where there's like super chat. I don't really understand. I'm gonna have to take a look on somebody else's stream, but I'm pretty sure that pins messages. It's like a paid feature, but it pins messages. I don't think you looted the badge you just then from the boss. Oops. Anything that you don't loot, you get mailed to you. I've had bits of mail from what's his face. The dude that sends you the stuff that get lost in the twisting nether. He will send you any time walking badges you don't pick up. You don't have to loot them. It's nice too, but you will get those. The other thing that I want is I want a bunch of blue crystals. Even if they're not worth a whole lot in the auction house right now, I never have enough Leylight shards for making stuff for my guild. I make a lot of guild enchants, and we have just billions of chaos crystals. I mean, not right now because I just sent a bunch to my raid leader, but we're always real tight on the dust and on the blue shards. So doing this time walking should stock me up. And farming time walking might, if we're lucky. I mean, I still don't have that. I still don't have that mount. Still don't have that. What do you call it? Infinite time reaver. I could use that. Oh, you guys killed him with a dot. Nice. That's gotta feel good. Did you try LVUI? I tried LVUI once. The reason why I tried LVUI, testing super chat. Holy butts, that is a big blue chat. Also, thank you for the $2 skitter bun. That's huge. Appreciate that, dude. Oh yeah, LVUI. So I heard that LVUI had a Hello Kitty skin, and I was like, man, I want Hello Kitty WoW because I'm basic like that. And I downloaded it and I tried it out, and then I tried out regular LVY without the Hello Kitty, and I didn't like it just because I really like having complete control over all the different components of my UI. And while LVY does that, you can go into all the different aspects of LVY and adjust things quite considerably. It does not do that to the same extent that an individual add-on for each thing is going to really let you get into it. And this is really dumb, but the thing that really bugged me was I downloaded LVY and it changed the font on my chat window. And I'm sure I probably could have changed it back, but with like 5 minutes of looking, I couldn't fix it. They just wanted me to use their font, and I was like, you know what? I don't like your font. I want my font, and I just deleted LVY and I never looked back. So I really like having individual add-ons. I use Shattered Unit Frames for unit frames. I use KUI for nameplates. I'm just gonna keep queuing until these people, until we're leaving anyways. I use Bartender for bars. I use SCADA for damage counting back. I use DBM for DBM stuff. I use, what else do I have? Auction is just auctions. Big debuffs is a PvP thing. I'm gonna do more add-on videos, by the way. I'm gonna do one for quality of life add-ons, which is gonna be talking about things like buy 'em all and can I mog it. I'm gonna be doing one for PvP add-ons, which is talking about like big debuffs and Gladius and Gladiator loss and whatever. I'm gonna do one for raiding, which is things like Exorcist raid tools and obviously DBM and weak is that kind of thing. So there's gonna be a couple more videos like that. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, things I use instead of LVY. Yeah, weak ores is a big one. Trade Skill Master, obviously. Incentive program's actually kind of nice. I'll probably stick that in the quality of life videos. If you are for whatever reason short on augment runes or gold, and you play a class that can tank or heal, the incentive program add-on will track when you can get those bonus satchels and will alert you when they're available. So you can just do really quick, like, random heroics for those satchels of stuff, basically. How did my damage do? Yeah, my butt's getting kicked by this mage. Should I try harder or should I just, this dungeon has smoke bomb. If I want, did I pull? Whoops, daisy. Sorry. My best main impression. I do that all the time. I do that all the time in PvP, actually. So, like, I'll clone something that I wasn't supposed to clone. Like, for example, I was fighting with a mage on my team, and my mage was getting trained, and we were about to get a kill on a dude, and that dude got bopped. And I'm not used to playing with classes that can purge, because I haven't played Turbo in a while, and I never play with mages. So I was like, okay, I'm going to clone the bop to keep him low, because you can cyclone a character that has bop on them, and then obviously they're not getting healed, just because my team was mostly... But my mage wanted to spell steal the bop, like, he needed that to survive, and I just, like, prevented him from taking it. And he's like, no, don't clone it. And I cloned it. And he's like, oh, man. I'm like, sorry. Or, you know, when I, like, typhoon somebody off a bridge when they're about to die. Or cyclone somebody right into somebody's burst. Although, I don't know. If we're not in voice and you haven't told me who you're on, I don't take responsibility for cycloning your burst. Maybe burst somebody else if I've cycloned them. Let's see. That's cool. It's very blue. Why don't you use bag on? This is going to sound really dumb. I don't like the mega bag. I really like having individual bags. This is my bag for equipment. This is my bag for consumables. This is my bag for other consumables. This is my bag for random crap. This is my bag for my hearthstones and other random crap. I have spots in all of my bags for different things that I actually physically drag them to, and I feel like I would really lose that with a master bag add-on. Here for you, Hazel, thanks. I missed the PTR event. Sargeras, I'm pretty sure you caused the PTR event. Those servers were roasted. Super roasted. Why not bag on? I don't like the big bag. And besides the default bag, it has auto cleanup. It has search. What else do you want? Like, I like the default bags a lot. Especially after the changes that they made to them in Legion. Hey, Astro Phoenix, how are you doing? I still use Recount on my noob. No. There's nothing wrong with Recount. I do like SCADA better. I've used both of them quite extensively, and I do like SCADA a little bit better, but that's just a personal preference thing. There was a patch in Warlords, I'm pretty sure, when Recount wasn't working correctly, and that's when I initially downloaded SCADA. But now, oh my god, you've got the cloak. No wonder I can't beat you in damage. You've got a legendary cloak. You guys want to hear something embarrassing? I never got a legendary cloak. I played WoW for all of Miss Pandaria. I didn't unsub once. I played pretty much every day through all of MoP. And I never got a legendary cloak. I didn't even... You could do it in Nelafar. I just didn't do it. Oh, I regret it too, because they're gorgeous. I would love to just have that in my bank, but... What are you going to do? Recount's more resource intensive compared to SCADA or Details. Oh yeah, I know people use Details too. I haven't tried that one. That was the other thing, was recount. You're right, it is a little bit more resource intensive. I really like the different, and I don't know what you can do with recount, but like Skada has a lot of modes, and it has like really detailed damage breakdowns. I'm not sure if you can get that with recount, but I know people will use Skada to like figure out who's got add damage or who's taking damage from a particular mechanic really quickly, like within a fight. You ended up with 5 cloaks. Such noob, Hazel. Well, yeah, you can't compare me to you. You play a lot of WoW, man. you always have the grindy stuff done. Same here, the regret is real. Yeah. I mean, I definitely took that to heart in Warlords, and I definitely got my legendary ring. I got 2 of them, actually. But, I mean, that doesn't help me. It's just a ring. It wasn't even cool looking. It had, like, a little bubble when he popped it, and then my raid leader would go, meow, because that was how he'd let us know that he'd popped the ring. But I don't really have good memories of the legendary ring in Warlords. That was an exceptionally flavorless item. I don't really remember much of the story of Warlords either, honestly. The time travel thing really threw me off. But I've never been one to super closely follow WoW's story. I like characters. I connect really well with characters, so I'll see a character I like doing something cool, and I'll be like, yeah, you get him. But what's actually going on in the overall big picture, I'm like, demons, Alliance, Horde, Jaina, Illidan? I don't know. I still haven't moved my void ball button. I've been complaining about this for like 3 weeks. All I need to do is just pick a spot. Actually, you know what? I only need to mind blast every 5 seconds. Let's just put it on my mind blast button. Let's just do this right now. There we go. There we go. Put void ball on an index finger button, and then mind blast is on the ring finger. Yeah, no, I need to spam mind flay. The power word shield, that's a pretty easy one to hit too, because this is like, these 3 buttons are just my fingers, my index finger on my left hand stretching vertically up and down. That's not a really big deal. But I've always had shield on that button. I've had shield on that button for years. I don't think I could move that. Also, the other thing is whenever I move my keybinds, it takes me a long time to actually like figure them out and get them under my fingers, and I'm just misclicking stuff for ages while I'm trying to sort that out. She read out every message word by word, but she jumped mine. Fine, read this. Poop, poop. This message is a loop. Poop, poop. There. Are you feeling okay, Ask Class? You doing alright over there? Hazel, your favorite game growing up. Favorite game growing up. Favorite game growing up. It depends on what age we're talking about here. Because I really liked Zelda Wind Waker. I had that for the GameCube. I loved that game, but I never finished it, so I don't think I can really say that I super liked it. Is anybody running to the thing, or should I just, like, go? Let's go, shall we? And then, like, when I was a kid, like a young kid, I had this game on the PC. It was called Stay Tuned. It was by Funnybone, and it had all sorts of different mini games in it. And there was like a story, and one of the mini games was like a Mortal Kombat clone, but it was like cartoon, so it was called Cartoon Combat, and I was pretty good at that. And I really loved that game, and I've been dying to play because I remember being super, super goofy. And you can download it because it's abandonware now. Like, that company has long since gone out of business. You can download it, but I have not found any way to make it work with Windows 8 or 10. Like, you can run it in a Windows 97 virtual environment on Windows 7, but I haven't had a Windows 7 computer for years. So I think I'm out of luck with that one, but that was called Stay Tuned. I don't know if any of you ever played it. There was all sorts of characters. They were hilarious. If you look up gameplay on YouTube, it's just really goofy. It's probably not as good as I'm remembering it. It's probably for the best that I can't go back and experience that because it won't be as magical as I remember. Like, I'm pretty sure there was a point-and-click minigame where there was, like, an old crazy cat lady, and she had a cat litter box, and you could actually click around in the cat litter box and, like, dig up cat poop in this video game. I'm pretty sure that was a thing, and in real life, that would probably be less exciting than I'm remembering it, but it was just beautiful. Hello from Sweden. Thanks for a great YouTube channel. You're welcome, Ellen Ambrosiani. Ellen? Elin. No idea. I'm not... I can continue my life now, thank you. I'm really glad we got that sorted out. Golden Axe. The memories? Golden Axe. What Golden Axe? You always have your big CDs on N so you don't misclick them. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, I had some problems with that with Surrender to Madness, actually. I had my Surrender to Madness button. I have it over here, actually. You can still see it. It's on 9, even though I haven't spec'd Surrender to Madness forever. It's on 9 on my mouse, I should specify. It's on a mouse button. And it's one button above my health pot. So when I was panicking in like an early damage heavy phase of the fight, I would accidentally... Oh, somebody give me slow fall. That's sweet. I accidentally Surrender to Madness, or I would just do it like in the world while I'm questing. I'm like questing and like maybe a bunch of mobs for me, as you know sometimes happens when you're doing world quests. And all right, so his weak spot is exposed. So we gotta. This is actually a really fun fight. If you've never done this before, the idea is you get into the cannon, it fires you up onto the dude, and then you're attacking the weak spot. So you target the weak spot. You're not going to be able to stay on here for very long. You want to target it, you want to kill it, and then once the weak spot is exposed, he's going to have a vulnerability phase, basically. So get in the cannon, hop up on the dude, kill the weak spot. He's going to be mad. You just keep doing damage to him down from the floor. Not everybody needs to do that. There's a limit. And then at this point, he's doing a fixed saber, just chasing people around. You can run from him, but I don't know if it really matters in time walking. I keep forgetting where I moved my button to. I keep trying to Mind Blast on Void Eruption, which isn't really something that needs to be done. Even DOSBox. You're talking about something else. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to queue for another one because why not? I'm just gonna keep doing these until 5, I guess. I need so many more time walking seals, and you don't get them very quickly. Like we got 10 badges at the end of the dungeon, and I'm pretty sure you get 10. I don't know. I'm only at 1760. I don't know how many of these dungeons I'm gonna have to actually do to get to 2200, but I feel like it's a lot. Hazel, which of the 2 pets from the Pandaria time walking should one get? That's the thing, I don't know yet. I'll take a look at the abilities. So I can try and get like an answer for what's going to be more useful. But I think I'm going to get the dragon because I like dragons. So time walking. Oh, no. Timeless Isle. So yeah, infinite hatchling, pardon my damage. Infinite hatchling versus paradox spirit. Isle. So the infinite hatchling, breath, tail sweep, roar, temporal anomaly, cyclone, early advantage, water jet, tidal wave, healing wave, temporal anomaly. I would say just based on a really quick glance, the paradox spirit, depending on the stats, the paradox spirit might be more useful just because you can take a water damage move. You have the option of tidal wave, which is really useful in some fights. You have a self heal, and then you have temporal anomaly, which is available on both pets, but to reduce the enemy team's speed is nice and can be used in some combos. Whereas with this guy, you've got just dragon damage, there's a temporal anomaly, and then these two are kind of meh, and the types are like really, I don't know. It's fine. I've been having really tough issues trying to get early advantage. I was using it in one of the, I used it in one of the strategies for the Legion pet dailies, the one in Dalaran. I used early advantage, and even when my health is lower than his health, sometimes it doesn't give me the extra damage, and sometimes it does. It seems very iffy. Like, I don't think that works correctly all the time, so I'm hesitant to recommend pets based on having early advantage, because while it is a good move in a lot of situations, particularly boss situations where the enemy pet has a lot of health, it doesn't always work. Doesn't always work, yo. I should be able to get the Stay Tuned game running using a VM or DOSBox. Oh! Maybe you can help me with that sometime. Like I know about what virtual machines are in theory. I've never set one up. If there's like a user-friendly way to do that, like I'm not super dumb, but I'm also not as tech savvy as you are. My favorite game growing up was Pajama Sam. I've never heard of Pajama Sam. What's Pajama Sam all about? You wish there were time walking raids? You're not the only person to ask for that. I think they talked about that in one of the Q&As. Because people have been requesting that before. I don't think I would want to do time walking raids because they're basically going to have to tune them to be LFR difficulty in order for people to actually get through them. So all of that nostalgia for actually clearing that raid back in the day and how difficult it was is kind of wasted just because you're not going to have to do the mechanics really. I mean, you're going to have to kind of see them, but you don't. It's going to be basically like LFR. And if you really want to just go visit and hear the music again and see the ambiance, you can probably just like go. and, you know, farm yourself some transmog, and that's sort of good enough, you know? So, I don't know. I'm not super excited about the idea of time walking raids, but I totally get that other people might be. And I would check them out if they did them. But it's usually a bit of a struggle to get me to do normal time walking dungeons. The only reason I'm doing them this time is because the new pets. I want at least one of the 2 new pets. And then I'll probably get the other one in June. That'll be easier because you get, every time time walking comes around, even if it's not the one of the particular type, like even if it's not MoP time walking, you can get those 500 time warp seals from doing just your first time walking dungeon, so that'll help out, save up for the next one. But I'd like at least one. The only reason I'm so oopsie daisies. The only reason I'm so low on time warp seals is because I recently saved up enough time warp seals to get my first time walking mount, and I decided to get the Ironbound Wraith Charger. I'll pull it out and put it on my bar after this so that I can actually show you guys. I'm sure you're familiar with it, but I really like that mount. I didn't really want the MoP or the Burning Crusade mount because it's just a hang on. Time walking. Yeah, so the Eclipse Dragonhawk, it's fine, it's pretty, but I have Dragonhawks. And then this thing is the random drop that we're like kind of trying for low-key. But this thing, how cool is that? That is such a cool horse. So let's go ahead and dot up everything. Yeah, so I just bought my Ironbound Wraith Charger in the last time walking event, which is why I don't have any seals. And I've never really done a huge grind. I know some people that, like Skaterbun, for example, that really wanted the Time Reaver. I should probably not stand in that, huh? They really wanted the Time Reaver, so they spammed a lot of time walking. Like, the Time Reaver is a crazy grind. It is a really low drop rate. Unless you're super lucky, you're going to be doing time walking for a long, long time before you see it. I've never even seen one drop for anybody else. You made a pet selling TSM group thing and already sold 2? Nice! That's really exciting. Getting those big sales that get you like over 5 or 10k gold are so exciting. I haven't got one in a little while, but I also haven't been doing my shopping scans. Whenever I get super into a thing, like super into arena or super into like another game or like whatever it happens to be, I always forget about everything else. I can't multitask in WoW. I'm so bad at it. If the first hit would bring it below you, your first advantage only hits once. Oh, thanks, Sean. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's dumb, don't get me wrong. Like, that's a dumb way for it to work. It should not work like that. Because that's just, like, your average pet battler is not going to do that math. And shouldn't be expected to. But that's interesting. I didn't know that. That would explain a lot. In any case, even without the extra early advantage damage, that strategy does still work. Which is the reason why I haven't redone it. The main reason you would want time walking raids is another way to farm time walking currency. Yeah. The same dungeons that definitely do get a little bit old, spamming them all the time. I'm not sick of these ones yet because it's been a while since I've been in MoP dungeons. The Mist Time Walking Mount is Jade Dragon. Yeah, that one's actually really nice. But again, I'm pretty much set on Cloud Serpents. I have the lightningy red one that you get from Alani. I farmed forever for the shards for it and then didn't get any. So my pal Skaterbun actually helped me out with that one, but I still really like that mount. So if I ever want to ride a Cloud Serpent, usually I either ride that one or I ride my Huolon mount, which isn't very often. I don't really feel a need to ride Cloud Serpents that often, so I'm not super excited about getting the Jade one. I mean, it is probably the prettiest one. It reminds me of my Eula, obviously, because it's like a Yulon clone. But it's not very high on my list of things to buy with the Time Warp Seals. I would actually rather get more of the toys. I'd rather get more of the time walking toys, because those aren't actually that expensive, and they're pretty cool. I never really prioritize collecting toys, though, because I almost never use them. Like, there's those specific situations when you find yourself using toys. They're usually when you're waiting for a group, or like you're in a raid and you're just waiting for the rest of your group to get back so you can pull the boss again. And lately in those situations, I've just been watching TV on my other monitor. I'll watch a show during raid, and then like in between pulls while we're like running back and whatever, I'll just go and turn the show back on and watch it. Which sometimes results in me face pulling trash on my way back if I'm not super careful about where I'm running. Oh, you have the mount. Oh, that is pretty. Oh, I didn't know the head lit up. Maybe I do need that. That is a gorgeous mount. It matches your wings. Do you like cookies? I do like cookies. I enjoy... My mom makes these, and I need to get the recipe, but I won't be able to feed them to my husband because he doesn't really like sesame stuff. But she makes these sesame cookies. And they're like little crunchy cookies with like sesame seeds on the outside. And they might be made with sesame paste as well. I'm not 100% sure. But they are delightful. They are super yummy. I don't like super, super sweet cookies. I used to when I was a kid. But I think I reached that stage in my life where things that are extremely sugary, I can't have a lot of them before I'm just not feeling it anymore. But they're almost like a savory cookie, and they're just really yummy. They taste kind of like those like sesame soy paste balls that you can get in like as a dessert in like a sushi restaurant. Those are really good. Took you around like 400 boss kills, which is nothing compared to some people. Yeah, that's a grind I don't really want to commit to. Like, I wouldn't say no to the mount if it dropped. I would probably ride it around for a while, but I'm not gonna go out of my way. I do time walking pretty much every time the event comes up. If I remember, I'll get it one day. It might be in 2030, but you know, WoW's not going anywhere. WoW's been around for ages, and I don't think they're gonna stop making WoW, so there's always time. Yo, Hazel, what's up? Hey, Jasmine Marts. I use my dance toy in raids, and it looks hilarious when the whole raid group starts dancing. I got the infinite time reaver after 3,874 boss kills. That's that's quite the grind, son. Good thing you have so many time warp badges that you cleared all the vendors and you have enough tokens for the next 3 new time walkings. Yeah. I guess that is the other nice thing about farming the mount is you have enough stuff for the rest of the stuff. See if I can say the word stuff more times in a sentence. I just want enough tokens for one of the pets, but it'd be cool if I found the mount while I was grinding the tokens for the pets. Like that'd be all right. Oh, I almost pulled that boss by myself. I think we're waiting for somebody. Here we go. So I'm gonna actually look at my buttons to try and remember where I put my Mind Blast and press it when it's off cooldown this time, shall we? So there's an add, Mind Blast. I really liked the visual smoke effects that they used in MoP. They haven't used them really since, I don't think, or at least I haven't seen any. Like that Shaw smoke is gorgeous. Really, really nice looking graphic effect. I always thought this was the last boss of the dungeon. It always really surprised me when it wasn't. Maybe it's because there was a big Shaw that was the last boss of the monastery. So when you go and you fight the big boss in this other monastery, it feels a little bit strange. What is she grinding for? She is grinding for enough time warped badges. I'm currently at 1,770. I need 2,200 to buy one of the time walking pets. Where are we going? This way. This way. This way. Partially due to my habit of watching TV during raids, I have a tendency of getting extraordinarily lost. Oh man, this trash. It's been a while since I've done this trash. But yeah, I'd like to try and get enough tokens for one of the time walking pets. It's not going to be a huge deal if I don't get enough. I'll just get it next time, but I'd like to. Hi Hazel, rarely catch you live. It's lovely to do so now. Waves from the UK. Hi, Toronto. Oh, I should dot these things out. Toronto Somnium. Hello. I got the mount after 1,500 boss kills on a poor all Wednesday morning. Yeah. How are you guys tracking how many you did? Like, I know there's add-ons that do that, but is there like a specific add-on that everybody uses that I've missed out on? I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. Or not lose my voice, but I'm starting to feel the voice a little bit. I talked a lot yesterday too. I was so excited about that PvP thing that I talked about it for like a long time. Oh, aw, the life grip. You guys are so sweet. Let's actually remember to use my trinket here. Not get 100% carried. The last boss is a Shaw. He's just inside Terran. True, yeah. One thing that WoW really likes is they really like their corruption storylines. Like, it's always, like, it was Shaw corruption, which was kind of old god corruption. Then there was, like, dudes getting corrupted by the old gods, and there's dudes getting corrupted by the Legion, and just dudes getting corrupted by, you know, Taco Bell. Like, there's just, it's everywhere. And then sometimes they'll do, like, redemption stories, but it's a lot of corrupted dudes, you know? Tarantella, sorry, stupid name. Oh, don't worry about it. It's not a stupid name at all. I'm just, my reading comprehension's not great when I'm streaming. You know what it is that name is the name of the Dryad in the Night Elf starting area. Her name is Tarantella, and it's probably what you named your character after. The one that like comes and helps you kill the spiders in the cave. That's what that's from. I knew it from somewhere. It's called Rarity. Oh, you guys are all saying yeah, it's Rarity, and I completely forgot what I had asked. I did have Rarity. I downloaded Rarity a while ago for use for like a fishing grind, I think, and then I took it off when I didn't need it anymore. How did I forget about that one? It's super useful. Okay. I open my mouth when you open yours. I feel sleepy. Yeah, yawns are contagious, which is why my cat is a real nap pusher. Cause she'll just like, she knows when I'm getting sleepy. She can like sense it with her cat sense, and she'll wander into my office, and then she'll like stretch, and then she'll look at me, and she'll get eye contact, and then she'll give a really big yawn, and then either curl into my lap or just like plop down on the floor and take a nap if I haven't gone to nap with her in bed yet. She knows what she's doing. I know she knows what she's doing. She is a nap pusher. Like, all that cat wants in her life is for somebody to cuddle her under the covers. Which I don't always do because she's lately developed a bad habit of, like, having bad cat dreams, I guess. Because there's nothing else that could really cause this, but she'll be, like, deep in sleep and cuddling and happy. And then she'll have a dream and, like, start twitching, and then she'll wake up and she'll just freak out and and if she's stuck under the covers, she, freaks out under the bed trying to get out. So I don't usually let her under the covers when I'm napping with her anymore. But she's not happy about it. Goldfish memory? Yep. True. Where is the Timewalking vendor? The Timewalking vendor is on the Timeless Isle. I thought it was going to be in the Shrine of Seven Stars. Or the Shrine of Two Moons, I guess, is the other one. But it is on the Timeless Isle. If you port to Shrine, and there is a Shrine port in Legion Dalaran. So you go to Legion Dalaran, you take the Shrine port. Assuming that you played MoP at all, you should have a flight path. If not, you can just fly. Assuming you have MoP flight. If you don't have MoP flight or the flight path, then I don't know what you're gonna do. But you can fly at the Timeless Isle. It's a little bit of a flight. You can put it on and go make yourself a snack. Excuse me. Hello. Oh, you know what we should turn on is dialogue. I had dialogue turned on the last time I did MoP Timewalking because I really wanted to hear. I was in Stormstep Brewery, and I really wanted to hear the dude talk about the peppers. You know, when he's like trying to make his brew and we're just fighting the big brew mental, and he's like, yes, no, peppers. Like, that always cracks me up. So I had to turn on dialogue to try and hear that, and I didn't even hear it. So we're gonna turn on the voice acting. We're gonna turn it up, actually. MoP had some really gorgeous music. Alright, let's see if these guys have anything to say. He was talking earlier, but I think I missed it. Hey, Hazel, happy Friday. Hi, Addon. I did not know that. It's from your first WoW rogue from 1 billion years ago. You were the ones were kind of lead at the time. Yeah, we always have, like, everybody's got like that name, like that username that was from forever ago that is kind of cringy now because you made it when you were like 12. Nobody should ever be stuck with a decision that they made when they were 12 years old. You wish it was at Shrine? You hate going all the way to the Timeless Isle? Yeah, that was kind of annoying. Kitty. Is Kitty here? Kitty's not even in my office. What is she even doing? She's probably asleep somewhere else. That cat has so many different places to sleep, and I keep making her more. She loves boxes. I mean, a lot of cats do, but if you put a box upside down, and then you put like something fluffy underneath it, like I have this fluffy blanket that I use for that box is her new home, and she will like move into it for like a week. And whenever she wants to take a nap, she'll just like go off and wander and find her box. It's a broccoli box right now, like one of those big crate things that you get when you're taking your groceries home at Costco. It's pretty good. Impossible. Impossible. Our fight is the greatest in all the Empire. So we're gonna turn the music down a little bit so we can get the master line up. Only Clan Harthak or Clan Kargish. Timeless Isle is easy. Oh yeah, you can port there, I guess. Only the dogs of Clan I definitely didn't get that. Point fingers at others. They got some sweet pets in the vendor. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Your clan is the most you can talk to Chromie over the Mogashan Temple near the Timewalkers and get a free port to the Isle. Oh, can you do that unlimitedly, or is that one time only? You still have your Timeless Isle teleportation trinket. I never got a Timeless Isle teleportation trinket. I don't think. I don't remember. I had a Timeless Isle reusable flask. I don't think that helps me, though. That's a lot of wasted time. Song of Savannah is my favorite. Is that what this is? Why are they playing it in Motion Vaults? Or Palace or whatever? You know, you saved that trinket for something? You wore it out getting exalted with the island in the Celestial Tournament? Yeah. No, I spent a long time just flying back and forth between between Shrine and the Timeless Law, because I didn't even know you could port there. Whoops. Irony's hard on the internet. Yeah. Thank you for the tips on beating the tournament, guys. No problem. I'm gonna try and do the same thing for Pet Battle Dungeons once they've finalized. Once I feel that they probably finalized PTR tuning on those, I want to actually put together specific teams. They was previously easy enough that you could beat it with just like an Icky and a Zandalar Ankler Render, but I think that they became aware of the fact that you could do that, and they buffed the difficulty of it. So I'm gonna put together some teams. The Pet Battle Dungeons are going to be similar to the Timeless Isle Celestial Tournament in that you are going to need a wide variety, like a large number of pets to be able to do it. There are a lot of fights, and they're not hard, but because you have to do it without healing your pets, and there isn't a fight that you can really engage to abuse to heal your pets, you're going to need a lot of pets, basically. You're going to need a lot of pets. You don't have the trinket? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Hi, Hazel. Happy Friday. Hi, Zach. Happy Friday to you, too. Oh, I jumped. We're going. We're doing it. Whoops. Who even fights trash before the boss? Alright, so I'm going to silence the Cleansing Flame guy. I'm going to throw a Mind Bomb out, which is a new spell that didn't exist back in MoP. And then a nice big Void Eruption should take care of this. So, the Oracle is the one that can heal him. I think the Hexer can actually CC people, which isn't great either. Alright, so there you go, there we go. Not so bad. I don't ever, like, I know we've done this dungeon at least once today. Maybe we didn't do this dungeon once today. But you'd think I would have remembered fighting that guy. Come on, Time River Mount. Come on, anything. Oh, it's already being used. Nope. I'm getting lots of blues though. I can disenchant those for some Leylight crystals. Hazel, what is your favorite pet appearance-wise? Appearance-wise, we gotta go with the... Shoot, what's it called? Sandpiper. Coastal Sandpiper. It's adorable. It's the cutest pet in the whole game. It's got kind of bad moves. Its moves are actually like anti-synergistic. They contradict each other a lot. But I don't care. It's adorable. It's like a little... Here, we'll pull it out. Coastal Sandpiper. Come here. Cheep Cheep. Oh yeah, I named it Cheep Cheep. Cheep Cheep. Yeah, Cheep Cheep is the cutest birdie in all the land. Don't ever let Cheep Cheep hear you calling it. Oh no. No! Why didn't it work? Did everybody else go up except for me? That's my fault. I was trying to pull out Cheep Cheep. I'll catch up. I'm done with time walking on my rogue. I should do more tunes to get farming the pets, but you hate time walking. I mean, after the amount of time walking that you did to try and farm for your time river, I'm not really surprised that you burned out on it, dude. Not super shocking. If you have Emperor Shao Hao to Honored, you can get the trinket from Mistweaver Ku. Do I have Emperor Shao Hao to Honored? I know I was grinding Emperor Shao Hao for a different reason. I don't remember why. I do not have Emperor Shao Hao to Honored. I have him to Friendly. I know that's a pretty easy grind because you can very easily farm the mobs that give you Shao Hao rep on Timeless Isle, assuming that there's nobody else there doing the same thing. But I just haven't done it. Did I have him? Oh my gosh, does Ellipse have the Argy out? Because that's cute. Somebody has an Argy out. Yeah, that's totally Ellipse's Argy. For anybody not familiar, Ellipse is an add-on developer. He's an EU player, and his Twitter profile image, and probably for other sites as well, is little Argy. So whenever I think of Ellipse, I see a little Argy face. So I think it's cute that he has one out. You have your Hazel Egbert still? I should hope so. Like, are you just gonna sell Hazel Egbert one day? You're just gonna be like, man, I don't even like Hazel anymore. Segbert's going to the pound. Get rid of it. You wish doing these time walking got rep with Panda landers. Does it not? Didn't the other ones used to work like that? I swear to gosh, the Burning Crusade time walking got you Burning Crusade rep. Or no, I think when you did these, you needed to do them with the tabards. I'm pretty sure the MoP reps were tied to tabards. So I bet if you went and got those and you wore those tabards during time walking, you could probably get the rep that way. I'm not 100% on that, but I bet it's worth a try. Ah, man, I really messed myself up maybe around that button. That's gonna take me a day or two to get used to. You don't really need to, but I think it's funny that nobody does the corner strat with this boss anymore. The thing you, all right, that's gonna blow up. The thing used to be dragging him all the way back to that corner over there. Oh, we lost our healer. Oh no! I can start shadow bending if we need to. But I think we're gonna have this down pretty quickly. I'll try and res him. Ellipse, no! I will resurrect you. Probably. Yeah, resurrection on. I got you. I got you, buddy. You farmed the mount, it was a grind? Yeah. You can't buy something from the time walking vendors because the hordes don't let you. Join an LFG group to get to a PvE server. You don't need to know what the group is, just join like any LFG group onto a PvE server and you'll be good. Thanks, Hazel. We good. Alright. Queuing up again. If anybody ever in this group wants to leave, you can just leave. And if you have something else to do, and we'll plug more people into it. I'm gonna be doing this until 5. Put in a solid hour and 45, 2 hours ish of time walking. I should use some of these things, huh? These things are gonna stack up. It feels so sad taking almost 2 seconds to apply 13k artifact power to my weapon. Like, that's such a negligible amount, but you get a lot of them. But you have to, like, I wish I could just do a Dark Souls and put them all in a stack and then just go whoosh and then like pop them all at once. I guess that was a newer Dark Souls feature. Dark Souls 3 lets you do that. And I think Dark Souls 2, but not Dark Souls 1. You should try that after work. Yeah, I'm not 100% on that. No tabards? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, PvE person to invite you for stress-free shopping. Yep. You can buy rep from the current time walking vendor for the rep of that X pack. Okay, I gotcha. You've got to save up more for the pets though? Yeah, pets before rep for sure. It sucks having to do MoP and VoD on your demon hunter. What sucks about that? Just the fact that there's like no, like what's wrong with that? Oops, that was loud. I want to get the brewery. I want to do the Stormstar Brewery. That's the fun one.
I have many lucky doos. You like? May your feet
many lucky doos. You like? I love those guys. I miss Grummels. There's always a comedy race, I feel like. Like, in, hang on. In Wrath, we had the Kalawak, the goofy, walrus people. And then in Cataclysm, what did we get in Cataclysm? Who were the goofy dudes in Cataclysm? I mean, obviously there was like the Wild Hammer Dwarves. They were kind of silly, but they were like a normal race. I forget. And then in MoP, of course, you got the Grummels, and then in, as well as like the Hosen and Jinyu and whatever. And then in Warlords, we had like the imps, the sprites that did all sorts of the goofy stuff, and they had like the poem quest where you'd be going across Shadowman Valley, and they'd be like telling you a riddle, and at the end of the riddle is that they like killed a guy and like ate him. And that's kind of awkward. So they were kind of goofy. And then in Legion, I mean, we still have imps. Who's the goofy race in Legion? Brewery's the best. Watch out for your tutor. Yeah. The voice acting in Brewery is my favorite. How's it going, Hazel? Hey, Tony, it's going pretty good. How many badges do you get in 2 hours-ish? Asking if pugging is worth it. You get, honestly, I don't know. I'm getting like, this will be the last one. Sure. I'm getting like, what, 10 badges per boss? I don't know. I would say 2 hours is probably worth like 300 badges. Maybe? Not very many. You should do at least your first one because that gets you a bonus of 500 badges for doing your first one. And then you may as well do the quest because that gives you like an extra bonus roll or something. Or maybe it's like a piece of normal loot. I don't really remember. PvP in the PTR is awesome, but it's so laggy. Yeah. We logged on at the very beginning of the stream to check out the whole Dalaran event, and it was so laggy we couldn't do anything. I gave up on that pretty quick. The quests don't show up at 110? Ah, gotcha. That sucks. You need the playable walrus people? Yeah. There's a lot of, like, I'm really curious as to what their next playable race is going to be. Because that's probably what we're getting in the next expansion. They usually like to alternate race class. And then in MoP we got both. And then in Warlords we got neither. And then in Legion they went back to giving us a new class. So in the next expansion they're probably, you know, historically speaking, going to give us a new race. But we don't know what it is. And I'm really curious. If I had my way, they would stop adding classes. I don't think we need any more. I think it complicates balance. I think it complicates raid gear. I think it complicates a lot of things. I think they can add specs to existing classes. I don't think that they need to make more classes. But having said that, I would like another healing spec, or another healing class, like a healing/range DPS class. That'd be pretty good. I was kind of hoping that what Demon Hunters were going to actually be like is more like a Diablo Demon Hunter. And then they would have like a Moon Priestess spec, so kind of like a Tyrande crossed with a Vol'jin. Like that. I thought that was gonna be really cool, but didn't turn out to be what it was gonna be. The pyramid dudes. Like the Tol'vir dudes, because that was Cataclysm. I'm so slow. Appreciate the boost. Or were there pyramid dudes in Legion? Pyramid dudes. We just had a bunch of demons. Oh, you know what? We had the like the little demon servant guys, and there were a couple of like early versions of those in Burning Crusade, but they, like the thing that like there's a bunch of them in Suramar in like the Fell Soul Hold area. I don't remember what they're called, but they're kind of goofy. They like scavenging stuff. You're best off running alts instead of farming 1-2 to get the 500 badges. Yeah, that makes sense. If you're trying to buy like 2 pets, for example, you could do the Timewalking dungeons on 2 tunes, or at least the first one on 2 tunes, and then you've earned 1,000 badges. You cannot mail the tunes between characters. You would need to save up enough for each thing you're gonna buy on that individual character. But if you're trying to get like a bunch of smaller stuff, like for example, maybe you want all the toys, doing it on 5 characters rather than 1 is gonna make that a lot faster. But yeah, Bud was pretty funny. You hear in classes? You want playable races way more than classes? I do too, and I think that they're easier to put in without upsetting the game. Like, I don't really have a problem with them adding as many races as they want. The only limitation there is the art that they can make and having to make them fit with gear, of course. So that's more of an art problem for them, but it's not a game design problem.
We face the trial of the young goal.
I don't know.
Let me shed some light.
When will the Mechanomes be a playable race? I think sub races is probably a good bet. I think if they really can't come up with a good race to add to WoW, I wouldn't be surprised to see them do sub races. Pretty much every race. Oh yeah, the pygmy people. That's true. I forgot about the Cataclysm pygmies. I think pretty much every race has a viable sub race that they could potentially add to it. And they talked about it in a Q&A previously, and they said that they liked the idea. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while. But I could definitely see them doing that as part of like an expansion feature. Play as sub races. You could like play as a Dark Iron Dwarf or a High Elf or like whatever. They made funny noises. They did. They like the quest where you had to hammer those little stacked pygmies out by the banana trees, or the date trees. I don't remember what those trees were for, but that was pretty good. Oh yeah, 5 time warp badges there. Maybe 10 is only for the last boss. I don't know. But yeah, you definitely don't get them very quickly.
When you have peace in your
Moarg?
heart,
Maybe that's what they're called.
You
want Sabermaw? Oh man,
You have given peace to the sacred
I don't know.
temple. Now,
In Warlords, Feral Druids had the option to spec as a Saberon form, and it was fondly called the Manther. I was not a fan of Manther Druids, and partially just because they would incarnation and they would actually shred me to death, because Feral Druid was real strong against Resto Druid in WoD, but it was like, it's just like a really weird, super buff, like crazy ripped humanoid man-cat thing. And that just weirded me. I don't want those. You wouldn't mind sub-races? That would be cool. Being a Nightborn instead of a Night Elf, or a Fel Orc instead of a regular Orc? Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a good chance that's the direction they decide to go. The only reason why they wouldn't is because that's like 10 times as much art, because they have to do one for every race. But if they did do it, they probably wouldn't do a whole lot of new models. It would probably be mostly like textures, like just new skins over existing models, so they wouldn't have to really change animations. And like you said, a lot of these things are already in the game. They would just need to make it compatible with player armor, so I don't know. It's very easy to say about how easy it would be for them to do something, but unless you actually work there and are like really experienced in game design, a lot of these things probably have challenges that we can't even really think about. I have no idea. It's super easy to just sit here in my chair and talk about what they should do. It's probably a whole other thing altogether to actually do it. Not the druids need another spec. You would love a Dryad Son of Cenarius form that functioned as a pet class. Oh yeah, imagine having a pet class like a centaur druid. That'd be cool.
Forgive me.
No, you're totally right. We don't. We already have 4 specs though. Imagine just like a scrolling list of specs that you can respec as. Best quest in the game is the Nomi. Nomi was pretty good. I am partial to the one in Hillsgrad Foothills that Horde get to do, where you get to be a quest giver. Granted, there's not a lot of gameplay in that quest, whereas the Nomi thing has you actually on the big ball of fire. But being the quest giver, the dialogue was just so funny. Watching Total Biscuit's video about that quest giver quest, it was like one of the things that got me really excited about Cataclysm. Opinion of the 7.2 bear form. 7.2 bear form. Hang on, let me Google that. 7.2 bear form. Oh. I don't want it. I don't want it. It's scary. That's freaky. I mean, I don't play a bear druid, so that's nice. It's nice that it doesn't have to be me. I guess, you know what that is that's an artifact appearance, right? So bear druids that don't want to look like a man bear don't have to look like a man bear, you know? It looks like it has about 8 extra chromosomes, right? Alright. Alright, so somebody was gonna dip. Alright. Thanks for coming. So I'm gonna relist. I'm gonna relist us. I'm gonna teleport out. Teleport out of dungeon. Or maybe I can do this in the dungeon as an instance group. Pre-made, custom. Yeah, no, we need to leave instance group. Leave instance group. And that shouldn't leave the regular group. We should still be in group with the people that were still here. I always want to take a giant... Alright, so... Group. So we are going to be relisting this. So we need 1 DPS and 1 tank. And then we're gonna be doing another about half hour, so another couple dungeons. I have these. Oh, they all instantly canceled. Oh, it was all the same dude. That was weird. Carry me, senpai. Oh, that's a skater bun. All right, so we have 1 tank spot. I'm gonna give it like a minute, but then we're just gonna queue for a pug tank because it's gonna be faster than probably trying to wait for a tank. Nobody plays tanks. Hey Gal, dropping in to see what's up. About to play some myself. What's up, Jason? Nazratheme playable? Nazratheme. What are Nazratheme again? Let me Google that. Aren't those from Lord of the Rings? Nazratheme. Dreadlords. Those things. Do you want to play as Jaina? You keep trying to zoom in on your YouTube screen, but it isn't working. Oh yeah, that always gets me. What is this? We're doing MoP Timewalking. MoP Timewalking. So I'm gonna just we're moving on. We're delisting. We're queuing up. We're ready to go. So Dungeon Finder. And I'm time walking. You can swap to one of mine. Tokens are more important than what tune's running. Tank queues, the queues are pretty fast. Follow your heart. I like telling people to follow their hearts. If I tell 100 people to follow their hearts and at least one person actually follows their heart, it's gonna be worthwhile. It's not a bear anymore. Yeah. I wish I was someone to play. Hi, I'm new to this channel. What games do you play? I play World of Warcraft. And then I play some more World of Warcraft. And then I play like additional World of Warcraft. It's just a lot of World of Warcraft. There's like a little tiny bit of Overwatch content, but for the most part, it's a lot of WoW. But we do different things in WoW. I do pet stuff in WoW. I do PvP in WoW. I'm a mediocre arena player. I do raiding in WoW, though I don't really make raiding videos, but it's like a bunch of WoW stuff. Nelth. You're joining Mythic +2. Nelth, good luck. Have fun. Oh my goodness. You've got both pets, the toy, and the mount. Thank goodness for 8 tunes to work in badges. Yeah, that's too much. I can, like, this stream is like my place where I catch up on all the stuff that I can't make myself do other times, because like normally spamming time walking would be just super boring. Yeah, look at all this lost currency. But I have you guys to chat with, so it's not so bad. Like I can just read chat and talk and like have a conversation and hang out rather than just like falling asleep at my keyboard trying to time walking spam for. I'm up to 1850 badges now. I don't remember what I started with. Didn't I start with like 1600? Am I up to like 250? It's still not nearly enough, but it's something. And every time we do this, we get an extra 30 gold. What server? I play on Lightbringer Alliance, Thrall US. Currently. I'll follow my heart. You do that, Jake. Just follow your heart, you know, in a reasonable fashion. If your heart tells you to like go do a bunch of cocaine, you should probably not listen to your heart. Exercise judgment. Bring back vanilla? Bring back vanilla? I don't want to bring back vanilla. If I had to bring back an expansion, I would bring back MoP so I could PvP in it and get my legendary cloak. Like, I would play MoP over again. I wasted MoP. I don't know what I did, but it was not worth it. I managed to play through the entire expansion and spend most of my time doing my freaking farm and leveling alts. I wish I could actually take back a lot of the time I spent leveling alts. I mean, it was fun. I really liked leveling alts back when I did it. But if I had taken all of that time I spent leveling alts and I had invested in it into developing a skill, not even like a life skill. I'm not talking about like learning guitar or like how to code. I just want to like if I had PvP'd through all of MoP instead of giving it up until Warlords, I would probably be better right now.
My strength
and I have attached way too much of my self-esteem to my arena rating. It's kind of a problem. You didn't know there were other games in WoW? There's not. People try and tell you they are, but they're lying. Your pet guide's got me started in pets. You have 200 unique pets already and 50 at level 25. Nice, that's pretty impressive. Visit your Jin back. I'm really happy I remembered to turn on dialogue. The voice acting's pretty funny. If I was a game, I thought I was succeeding IRL. No. You play on Thrall, so do I. Yeah, I used to play more on Thrall. Back in... Thrall was one of my MoP servers, but I never actually got off the ground on it. It's mostly just because I already had Horde characters leveled over there, and I wanted a Horde Resto Druid so that I could queue with some Horde people in threes. I actually end up playing... Like, I consider my Alliance Resto Druid my main, but I end up queuing Horde way more often, because there's way more people on Horde. Even though they said everybody was going to move back after Legion Season 1 for the easy titles, I don't think that many people actually did. Hey, now I can get a lot of work done on crack. Oh, man. I was in Thrall for a while, got tired of being murdered all day by the Horde. Yeah. I don't like playing on PvP servers. I don't think that makes me any less hardcore at PvP. World PvP is such a different experience to regular PvP. Who is just a this world? Oh, it's Skaterbun. Skater, do you have like a time walking set? Because you were just blowing this stuff right up. You are smoking it. Like look at my poor Kill Jaden's trinket. It didn't even get to do its thing. That's just sad. Oh man. Doesn't tying count as a skill? Tying. Typing?
For the save,
Typing is a skill.
We're still stuck in the
Pet Guide's got you going as well. You've up to
Look out there.
637,425. That's two numbers.
I have a crazy
Being
idea.
level 25
Just
mostly
might
blues
work.
and my wife
But we'll
left.
need your help, heroes.
If you were serious, I'm very sorry. If you're joking, that's pretty funny. I don't know what else to say to that. You're not new to the channel, but you're new to the stream. Your pet battle videos have been super useful. Thank you. I'm EU, but it is awesome to see some MoP again. It was your favorite expansion ever. It was so funny how everybody, like when they first announced Mists of Pandaria, it was coming off of Cataclysm, right? And everybody's like, oh man, they're marketing to the kiddies. This is gonna be a Kung Fu Panda kitty expansion. These pandas are so goofy. Warcraft is supposed to be about war, and people got so upset about that. And then in hindsight, MoP was one of the best expecs they ever did. Like, once you look past the fact that pandas are kind of fat and fluffy and cute, the rest of the X-Pack was awesome, but people got so tied up in just abusing the fact that it had pandas that they really missed out on an expansion. Like, a lot of people that chose not to play MoP because of the pandas. It's one of the best ones that they did, especially now that we have access to seeing how Warlords did. Warlords was all about war and grittiness and savagery and whatever. And I don't think he was very good at all. There were some good things about Warlords. I really enjoyed raiding, and I actually enjoyed PvP as well, but overall it was kind of a botched expansion. You think it expected sucks since Wrath? Legion looks weird, I don't know if I should try it. Legion's very RNG heavy. If you enjoy games like Diablo 3 where you are doing excessive amounts of grinding and you will occasionally get a really good upgrade, then you're gonna like Legion. But if you don't like that kind of gambling, grindy RNG, then you're not gonna really dig Legion at all. That's a large part of the PvE. And then the PvP is like a whole different story. PvP's its own thing. Ah! Oh, I almost fell. Oops. Your wife says her pandas and fat is fluffy. That's true. I shouldn't bully pandas like that. They just have healthy hug tummies. We're gonna call them hug tummies from now on. You can talk really fast. Can you rap? I cannot rap. I have tried once. It was about 1.5 years ago. I was alone in my shower, and I cringed so hard that I actually couldn't get out of the shower. Like I got stuck. I was cringing so hard, so I haven't rapped since. It's real bad. The MoP art style and overall setting was pretty well handled. I would agree with that. The MoP, a lot of the MoP zones are some of the most beautiful zones that they've ever put in this game, I think. Once they got into Warlords, like there were some really gorgeous areas in Warlords, particularly in Shadowman Valley, but they were very bright and large. Like everything was big and colorful, and it kind of felt like Disney World. Whereas the MoP areas, like the Jade Forest, felt real. The MoP zones felt like I was actually, and of course I've never been to China, so I have no idea. Maybe it's just as caricaturistic. That's not a word, I made that up. Maybe it's just as much of a caricature, but because I've never been to China, I don't know. But the MoP zones, like, you got to experience different climates. You got to experience different landscapes. There were different people finding different ways of life. Like, you had the fishermen in the bottom zone. I've already forgotten what it's called. You had the farmers in the farming place. You had the people training the cloud serpents in the cloud serpent place. And MoP felt so real to me, and it's been kind of cartoony ever since. That's awesome. Pandaria gets a lot of hate. It's pretty fun. Positive feeling when you play through it. I wonder what other expansions are going to be looked back upon fondly. Like, I'm just waiting for the day that somebody's like, man, I miss Warlords of Draenor. That was really the good stuff. Rumared X with the $4.20 super chat. I see what you did there. Oh my gosh. I probably should have thanked you for the live crypt. I'm rude in chat. When are you doing PvP pet battles? Dude, I've been doing PvP pet battles in almost every single stream for the last month. The only reason I stopped to do the MoP Timewalking is because I don't have the MoP Timewalking pets yet. So I figured I should grind some seals so that I can get the MoP Timewalking pets so I can use them in PvP pet battles. This is all just like a big conspiracy to get into additional PvP pet. Hazelnuttygames has crashed. Please reboot. Add more tea. But thank you her for the 420. I thought that would pin the messages. Is that pinning the messages for you guys? I see them as gigantic blue messages, but they do scroll down with everybody else's messages. I don't really understand that. I thought it was going to be like bits in Twitch chat where it like pins it at the top. You're farming Felslate and you get a severed arm. Okay then. You should probably be careful where you're swinging the axe if you're picking up, you know, disembodied limbs with your Felslate. MoP was gorgeous? Yeah. It's a beautiful X-Pack. So much work went into making a beautiful set of zones. I think the Jade Forest is probably my favorite zone of all of WoW. I don't think it really gets any better than that.
Gate is locked. But I think I have
PC
something
was your
that will
fave, though?
open it.
I wish I played it I wish I'd played WoW from the beginning. I feel like I missed out on something by not having that initial experience. I didn't get into it until late Wrath, which now feels like a long time. I feel like a WoW veteran because, you know, late Wrath was a long time ago. But back then I was a Wrath baby. I was spoiled. I didn't know WoW before Dungeon Finder. I started playing actually about a week and a half after the Dungeon Finder patch came out.
Hurry.
I just barely missed out on having to actually walk to dungeons. Just the blue box. Yeah, that seems poorly designed. I wish it pinned the messages to make sure that I don't miss them. Because what if I was in an arena match? Not that I'm going to do those in YouTube streams, but what if I was in an arena match and a blue message goes by and I don't see it somehow? Like, that's just silly. There is actually another interface I think I can pull up where I can see a list of my super chats. So maybe the idea is that you also have that window open so you can browse those super chats separately. But, I don't know. I hope they iterate on that feature. Here comes the money talks. Who has done the 1,000-degree knife challenge? What on earth is the 1,000-degree knife challenge, and why does it sound like such a horrendously bad idea? I don't even know what that is, but that sounds like a really bad idea. One day I'm gonna get used to where I actually put that button. I know that the odds are like really, really slim to get the infinite time reaver mount, but I'm still a little bit disappointed in my heart that we haven't seen it yet. How cool would it be to get something like that on stream? I've noticed actually a really big trend with YouTube videos is that people really like watching reactions to people getting legendaries and other like really crazy things. People want to watch like that emotional reaction when you get a really crazy piece of loot in WoW. And I don't really have any videos like that because I don't record my WoW all the time. Like whenever I'm getting a legendary, it's usually because it's like 8 in the morning and I just turned in an emissary, or you know it's 1:30 in the morning and I've been grinding Mythic Plus all night. Like it's times in the game where I'm not recording. And I know that you that there is software that you can use to always be recording, and then basically you press a button to like sort of clip the last bit of it. But I've never really cared enough to set that up to always record my gameplay when I'm not doing anything that I feel needs recording. But it would be really cool to get the infinite time reaver to drop on stream. Like, how neat would that be? I guess I do have that one VoD of me getting... I got my, Is that guy running for me? No, he's running for... He's running for Skater Bunt. Way to go, bro. He pulled the boss. Yeah, I got my Restored Druid Legendary on a stream. But that one was a little bit underwhelming because I didn't even know that you could get them at a Battlegrounds. Super Chat used to pin the message. They must have changed it. I only just got the notification that Super Chat was even a thing today. Like, I load up my YouTube streaming dashboard today, and they were like, hey, do you want to do Super Chat? I'm like, okay. I thought it was brand new. When you're playing on the PTR, did the game just peace out? Yeah. Well, no. The server didn't crash for me, but it was so laggy that I wasn't really able to do anything. So I decided that I wanted to do the MoP Timewalking more, so I just logged out the PTR. The server didn't break on me, though. I would not be surprised, however, to hear that it broke at some point after that. Should I throw this? So pick up the thingy. Throw it over there. Yeah, that's the stuff. That? I did enjoy that. Thank you very much, Zalatath. You guys that don't play Shadow Priest are missing out on having a weapon that sasses you. It's so good. Asmongold slamming his face into his desk. Did he do that? I didn't see that. That is remarkable. You think you turned over your WoW soul? I stopped playing WoW at the same time as the Dungeon Finder was released. Yep, maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. How do you still, like, why do you, if you haven't played WoW since Wrath, why do you still keep up with WoW content? Like, I'm not judging, I'm just really curious, because you hear that a lot. I get comments in my videos quite often of people saying, I haven't played WoW for like 10 years, but I still watch these videos, and I'm just very curious as to why. Like, I don't, like, I go through a cycle of game media for a game that I'm playing, and usually, like, I won't be playing the game, but I'll be kind of wanting to, so I'll look up a bunch of info about it and watch a bunch of stuff. And then I play the game, and then I'm watching all the stuff, and then as soon as I lose interest in the game, it's just like completely obliterated from like my from my life. It's like it never happened. It's like a breakup. You just go through, you unsubscribe from all the game subreddits, you leave behind the YouTubers, you just see a reminder of a past life, and you're like, you know, it's time to move on. It was called something else until recently. It was just fan funding. Oh, you know what? That's probably why. I wasn't able to have fan funding because there was something wrong with my account because of immigrating. And I actually went to Google and talked to them about it because I happened to be in the area, and they were like, yeah, we can't fix this, but it's okay. We're replacing fan funding, so don't worry about it. It's not gonna be a problem anymore. And it's true, they did replace fan funding, so that would explain why I never tried the feature before that. Makes sense. Leggy servers are Blizzard's way of reminding us what vanilla Ironforgers are like. I can't really hate on the PTR event being laggy because that was the point. They really wanted to stress test the 7.2 PTR to see how like the 7.2 tech holds up to excessive server usage, and that's exactly what they got, so it's good. It seems like it went well. They originally were going to spawn Withered Gym, or like a bunch of Withered Gyms, but they thought that wasn't going to be fun enough to actually get people online, so they decided making people able to attack Nomi was going to be a better draw. And it looks like it was. There were quite a few people in there beating up on Nomi.
You may have come this far. You may have carved a path through my army, but I will kill you, and I will build a bridge.
Oh, man. You gotta love the MoP voice acting. It's just good stuff. I'm so slow, though. I'm coming. My void form. You can see my tentacles just, like, wither up and die. I didn't water my tentacle plants. You only played for 2 months and you couldn't understand how much moaning RAL players do. There's a ton of stuff to do, and the whole garrison thingy was cool. Garrisons were cool. Garrisons got old, though. It was a feature that wore out its welcome a little bit too early because so many things were based around the garrison. Eventually, it got kind of like you felt like you weren't really going anywhere. Legion, actually, I think the one thing that World Quest really did well is World Quests really do get you out in the world. You know, you go, you do your emissaries every day, you're seeing all these zones and places that you never really would have gone into before. Having said that, oh, I got a Gustwalker staff. Is that it got added to my appearance collection. What does that look like? Gustwalker. Show me. Yeah. Oh, it's got little wings. And it's got like a, it's hard to see. There we go. Yeah. It's got like it's kind of like an eyeball. It is an eyeball. It looks around. I need to use that. Oh, I'm a Shadow Priest. I'm using a dagger. Okay, I will use that next expansion. It's got an eyeball on it. It's perfect. I should queue. Join this party. It's 442. Can do at least 1, maybe 2 more of these. You stopped playing hardcore, now you're playing casual? Oh, that's fair enough. As in high rating arena, now you're just more not having time to play as much? Yeah. It's really hard to keep up an arena if you don't have the time. You can't have fan funding and super chat at the same time? Yeah. I think they're phasing out fan funding. I think they're replacing it. Which is, I mean, I would have liked fan funding if it had worked, but I don't know how well the program actually did. Didn't you get the leggy belt in the BG on stream? Yeah. So the, I was talking about that a little bit earlier. The Druid, my Druid belt legendary. My Druid still hasn't gotten a second legendary. People are promising me that you can in fact get legendaries from Rated Arena. And my Druid has done, I think, about 700 of those in Season 2 after having gotten that legendary. And I don't have anything, so apparently the chance isn't very good. Or maybe you can get them, but the bad luck protection doesn't kick in or something? Yeah. We turned off fan funding since you stream on YouTube to use Super Chat. Yeah. I like Super Chat. I like Super Chat better. I think Super Chat will be really good if you also use, if I can find that user interface to see the Super Chat messages to make sure that I don't miss them. Also, if you can make it make a sound, but I understand why it doesn't work that way because it doesn't go through your browser. So let me look. It is really cool I can get stream donations through YouTube though, because that is the one big thing. Man, I wanted to do Storm's Dark Brewery, but that is the one big thing that pulls people towards Twitch. Is it's a lot easier to do the donations and stuff. I was thinking about applying for Twitch partnership now that I was streaming a little bit more on Twitch, but I might be able to get it if I show them my YouTube stats. But I don't get those same kind of numbers on Twitch because it's a totally different stream on Twitch. On Twitch, I stream PvP and I just ignore you guys. different experience. Notice me, Hazel Senpai, please. Sip Cosmic Feather. You can consider yourself noticed. You're gonna duck out. Work is calling. Have fun later. Later chat. See you later. You're not missing much. We're only going for another 15 minutes or so. Or like approximately. Which means I don't think I'm actually gonna get enough. I'm not even close, man. I should check my other characters to see if any of them are close. Like, I should take a look at my mage and my druid to see if I did any time walking on them. Maybe I'll do that after this. After this dungeon, I'll log on to my different characters and see if either of those ones are any closer. Because if they're within 500 points of it, I can just do it that way. I don't know why I didn't look at that earlier. You're the type of player who likes to explore areas. You want to complete all of Draenor while everyone else is playing Legion as I'm a newbie. There's nothing wrong with going back and exploring everything. Great thing about WoW is you can play it whatever way you want. There's no wrong way to do it. I mean, unless you're like endlessly griefing other players, in which case that's not great, but you follow your heart, man. You got your files, legendary. Oh, your first legendary from Blingtron 6000. Blingtron has not the Blingtron god has not blessed me just yet. It's exciting seeing other people get legendaries from him though. That's too funny that they enabled that. Your return to Karazhan guide got me through the dungeon. Can you do more mythic dungeon guides? I can never understand Preach, Bellular, or Fat Boss, and Asmon is boring. I thought about doing them for Nighthold, but I don't know. I couldn't decide on it because my Trials of Valor guides. I should go look and see how those did in hindsight. Like the Trials of Valor guides I did, I released them quite a bit after everybody else already had their raid guides out because I don't do raid testing on the PTR. Like I have to wait until my guild clears it and then make those videos with the footage from my guild clear. And usually at that point we don't really know the fight, so it's like a video of a guild that doesn't know what they're doing the fight. So I wasn't sure how well those would do, but I'm definitely not against the idea. It's definitely content I can do, and usually I do eventually get to a point where like, well, I don't know what to make, and then I'm kind of fishing. But right now I have a lot of stuff to make. I have been super behind on my list for like pretty much all of Legion. I have had so many things that I want to do, but we're doing them. We're getting them done. If I do 6 videos a week, I can get through a lot of stuff. They have a stream alert option for YouTube. Oh, really? You know a lot more than me about that kind of thing. Hey, pretty ladies, the Dalaran PTR event over. It's probably going to be over very soon. I would log on to the PTR and check it out in the next 15 minutes if you are curious about it. The PTR may or may not have gone down. I'm hearing conflicting reports on that. You need at least 100k subs for a Twitch partnership. Yeah, but they also say that you need an average of 500 viewers. And that is extremely outdated data. Like they haven't held to that for a long time. So I bet if I applied and I showed my my YouTube metrics, I might be able to get it. But I don't think I really want to do it just because if I get a Twitch sub button and I get some people paying me $5 a month on Twitch to sub to me, like, do I enter those people in my Patreon giveaway? Do I like I have to stream at that point. Like right now, the thing I really like about the Twitch streaming is it is whenever I want. If I don't want to be streaming, I'm not streaming. And I feel like if I had a sub button and people were actively paying me every month to see me stream on Twitch, that would kind of, I would feel more obligated to do it, and they might be less good. I'd also really love some friendly but great mythic guides. Okay, I'll take a look. The only thing you didn't like in Legion is the story quest that force you to do raids and dungeons. Yeah, I heard a lot of people talking about that. People that don't really want to do the multiplayer content are kind of being forced into it. You strong arm your way through all the shit. What's up, Fian? Hazel, you should try for the Falcasaur mounts. You're right. I have one of them. I have...
I'll hurl your corpses from this tower.
What the hell is it called? Snowfeather? Yeah, I have this thing. I don't have the other ones, though. Basically, what happened was I got my first Falcasaur mount, and I was like, cool, that was fun. And then I looked at what I would have to do to get the rest of them, and I was like, man, that was like a lot of work. I already have one Falcasaur. How often am I going to want to ride another color of Falcasaur? This is what I'm talking about when I say that I don't have a lot of mounts that are very easy to get, and that if I really decided to grind for the 300 mount achievement, I could probably do it. I've just been slacking. I already have cool mounts. How many mounts does a person really need? Looking forward to more of your uploads. Good night. See you later, Christopher. Everything's going to be faster with the 7.2 flying available. I'm actually starting to get really hyped for that. I don't think we're that far from 7.2. Like, I don't have any information. I just have, like, a gut feeling. But I think we're probably, like, 4-ish weeks out, like 4 to 6 weeks out, at like generously, like maybe even sooner. And I'm excited. I want to fly. I want to fly around to do my world quests. That's all I want. I just want my world quest to be that tiny bit faster. And the other thing flying is going to do is it's going to bring down the prices of materials, gathering materials like herbs and ore, which should hopefully make things like raid consumables cheaper, because I'm kind of mooching off of my guild for my raid consumables, and I feel kind of bad about it, but I also don't really want to go farm my own stuff. So as long as my guild's actually really nice about that. We have a couple really generous people that have extra time that want to contribute, that put in a lot of time to contribute. And then we have a lot of people like me that just, you know, show up to raid, and they give us consumables to use in the raid. And like, as long as you are consistent in your attendance, it's not a big deal, which is very nice of them. So I've been kind of mooching lately. You would pay money for Hazel Rage. Why is Hazel raging? I missed something. Hey, Hazel. Hi, Thomas. Waronko? How are you doing? You've gotten 4 leggies from BGs, and all of them are utility ledges. That's gotta be random. I don't think that actually, like that's definitely an interesting correlation, but I don't think it's really a guarantee of how it works. You're getting your granddaughter hooked on Hazel. She's sitting here with me watching. Aw, hello, Hazel. I hope you guys are having a good day. How many mounts does one person actually need? The answer is all of them. I mean, the answer would probably vary from person to person. I definitely have friends that need all of them, and I kind of used to, but there's only so many hours in a day to play WoW. And you can't want all the things. And guys, I know it's really goofy because I'm nowhere close, and I have a lot of practice to do, and I got to get a lot better first. But I want so badly to be a gladiator. Gladiator Hazel would just be the coolest thing, and I'd be able to play with all the cool kids and have fun and queue and, you know, get the mount. I guess I want that mount. And I want it, so I want to get better. And I want to have teams that value me and that hit me up being like, Hazel, let's queue. And I want to say, okay, let's queue, and then we'll go queue. And I'm not there yet. So I can't put too much time into other stuff into WoW until I've become the best restored druid that I can be in Arena. Cool girl. Well, thank you. The Falc transmog coordinate for every occasion. True. True. I do enjoy the fact that with the Falcasaur mount, because you already have the matching Falcasaur pet for each Falcasaur mount by the time you've gotten the mount, you could then coordinate that to your transmog, and then you can just like go rocking up to a party or a raid or whatever with your matching pet and your matching mount and your matching outfit. I mean, that's just pretty cool. Everybody knows that matching gives you special powers. You're fine, and you? I'm doing quite well. This is going to be our last time walking dungeon. After this, I'm going to take a look at my other characters to see if maybe they have any more time warp seals. Because I haven't checked lately, but I don't know. I could have sworn I had some on my mage, which is strange because my mage is just a bank call, but I think I might have done some in Warlords. I played my mage a little bit more in Warlords. I went through a short phase where I was like, I don't want to be a shadow priest anymore. We do bad damage. And I was going to be like a warlock or a priest or something, or a mage or something that does more damage. But I eventually gave up on that. So I'm going to hop onto his face. All right, there we go. There's the weak spot. And you know what the weak spot needs is a good old void torrent. It's really good for the migraines. There we go. That's the stuff. What's your item level for Shadow? 901. I got a lot of gear very recently though. Last night in raid? Last night? No. Wednesday night in raid. Wednesday night in raid I got some good upgrades. Okay, so what do we get? Time Reaver? Nope. Can't be that lucky. Thanks, guys. So, I'm gonna leave the group and go home. Oh, leave instance group. That teleports me out. Started watching. Good luck with Gladiator. Thanks. I have a long way to go. I am a duelist level player at best right now. So I'm gonna try and get duelist this season. I don't have a team, and I tanked my rating in Pugs lately. So I need to play a little bit more to maybe get duelist this season, and then next season if I can just find some people. I bet we can do it. That face when Hazel doesn't see your comment. Oh, the WoW gift video that you made a while back was really good. I got my dad a Murloc mug and he loves it, so thank you for the suggestion. Awesome. I'm really glad that somebody got some use out of that. So, I'm going to check my druid, I'm going to check my mage and see if they maybe have some 2200 time warp seals because I don't have any pets and we're running out of time. So, it would be either this druid, who got her name changed. She's feeling very, very swaggy as Hazel and not Hazelgasm. You're too drunk. Do you have nice progress in Nighthold? Don't worry about it, Simon. We are finished Heroic Nighthold. We are 10 of 10 Heroic Nighthold. We're not doing Mythic. I'm not a Mythic Raider. We're not a Mythic Guild. We have too many people for that. We're too casual for that. So we're just going to be doing one night Nighthold Heroic clears. And that's pretty much my whole raiding life, and I'm pretty happy with that. So, Time Warp Seals. Well, that's not enough. Let's check my mage. 600's not gonna do it. Looking good, Hazel? Thank you. My dad is for the Horde, and I sneaked on here because he doesn't want me to talk with people who are Alliance. Would it make him feel better if he knows that I have a Horde character that I do play? I mean, I'm Alliance in my heart, but I'm a little bit of a traitor. I play whatever will get me games. Come Horde, betray the puny alliance, and you'll have your people. We must never forget the crimes the Horde have done against our people, man. I am blue in my heart. Alright, so what about this one? This is my bank alt, but I played her in Warlords. She has 880. If I could just like combine those together and then mail them to my priest, then we'd be on fire. But I think we're out of luck. I am... Do I have any other characters that I would possibly have that on? Also, do I have any more tea? I have exactly one more cup of tea. It's not warm anymore, though. I'm going to have to heat that up. Also, these druids are now very similar in name. I haven't leveled this one. If I ever need a Lion's Alt druid, I'll probably level this one instead of Hazelbro. Heroic is cool enough. Cool. I have some friends that give me a hard time because I'm only a Heroic raider. They're like, man, if you really cared about WoW, why don't you do Mythics? Why don't you just go find a Mythic guild? It's like, I like my guild. I like not having to try very hard in raid. I really like being able to show up and eat and fight Scorpion at the same time. I really enjoy playing with my friends and not having to... Oh, man. I'm getting some Warlords flashbacks right now. Look at all this Warlords PvP gear. Elder Hazel. Warlords, warmongering gladiators, everything. She has 610. I have so many time-walking characters that I just did one time-walking dungeon on, nothing else. It would actually make you happy that one of your favorite streamers is here. I'll show you my Horde character. I'll show you. Her name is also Hazel. I did matching name changes last week. Also, you guys should check out my mug. This is, it's a travel form druid, and he's saying, "Get off my back," which is funny because you can get on the back of a travel form druid, and because it's like he's having a coffee, so it's like Monday morning for him, and because, as a druid in arena, when you're trying to kite somebody, you'll often use travel form, and you want them to get off your back. So it's funny on like 3 different levels. So this is my Horde druid. You'll notice that she's wearing the exact same transmog as my main alliance druid. But she's pretty cute. It works out. I always like having green hair on druids to kind of match together. We have a few too many anchors to do Mythic. Yeah, I don't like. I'd probably be an anchor in Mythic. I don't want to try that hard, man. I am a casual. Hello. I'm gonna put this through Google Translate because I don't speak. That looks Chinese to me. That looks Chinese. Let's see. Translate. Summer eyes. Aw. I think that's the first message that I've ever put through Google Translate that was nice. So thank you for that. You wish the pets were cageable? Yeah, me too. Anyways, I am going to go. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you missed any part of the stream, you came in late and you want to see an earlier part of it, the VoD goes up in its entirety tomorrow morning. It should be up tomorrow morning. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.